Welcome to another kiln opening video. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I'm getting ready for a craft show that's not until the end of October, but I don't want to be last minute getting things ready. And also I still have a small vendor space at a local shop. And so let's see what we have here. These are some new decals that I got with different cat faces, and so I was putting them on different pieces. And that shape sells really well. And for a long time I have wanted to make some flowers that hang on the wall, like in a series, and I got some out of the kiln recently that were just one layer, and then I thought about making them 2 layers. So not sure if I'll put them out to sell, but I have a wall space that I want to try putting these on in the house for myself. And I believe that was like a large daisy. And most of them I'm using Celadon, like you just saw. You could still see the design that I had pushed into the clay. This is a Celadon, but I thought I would use this new amethyst glaze, and what I did was I just wiped with a sponge off the back just to be able to put them in the kiln, and I put a nichrome wire here to be able to hang them, and I just wanted to see how well that turned out. I like the color. It's a Mako glaze. This is Amico. This is Mako. No, I'm sorry. These are Coyote glazes I got at Enseca in Richmond, Virginia back in March. And it's, I think, magenta sky that I just put little bits of it around here. I didn't put it on the back at all. That's just amethyst on the back. The magenta sky tends to run, and so I had a little bit of a issue with the previous pieces that I made with that because it ran too much. And this is the cone pack, and this shows that the temperature went over a cone 4, and I had it set for a 5, so this means that it's a hot 5 because it's almost a 6. If it bends a little bit further, it would be fired to a cone 6. And this is a new idea, a new shape of ornaments, and that's another one of those kitty decals. I forgot the name of the company, but she's up in Canada. Last I looked, she did not have any of those in stock. And this is a different shape for a large mug. This is diamond core extruder. It's the larger one. And then these are some decals that I was talking about. They come in a large sheet and with different cats on them. And this is from Alexandra Pottery Co. She has this, she 3D prints these items, and I used her larger mug shape, not the travel mug, but the other one, and I used this to make a square type rim. Looks like that turned out pretty well. It was an experiment, so I only made one of those. Decals are not cheap, so I don't want to take a chance on making too many things before I do a test piece. I'm really bad about not having patience and making test pieces. And these are more of the wall hangings of the flowers. And this is cherry blossom celadon, and this is marigold, and this is ochre celadon from Amico. And I varied up the colors from the other set that I did, and I think that I'm going to mix and match them on a wall. And if you've seen my other videos, you've seen these before. They're little spoon rest or tea bag holders, and people love those. The craft show I do at the end of October benefits a local TNR, which is trap, neuter, and return of feral cats, and it's a fundraiser for them, so a lot of cat items are popular at that show. And they do that in the spring and fall, and that is the only show that I do. And I do it twice a year, and I do it because they allow me to come in on Friday evening and set up and come back on Saturday and sell. And they provide the table and chairs, so that makes it easier on my back, and I'm just not able to go and set up a whole tent and or canopy or whatever and do outdoor shows. I did that years ago when I did ceramics, and it was quite a workout back then when I didn't have back issues. And here's some more of those ornaments. I made a lot of them without experimenting first, but this turned out pretty well. That's that ochre celadon. I wanted to make sure the decal and the letters would show through, and that's what celadons do pretty well. And this is for the store in Tennessee, Pigeon Forge. Those types of ornaments with Pigeon Forge on them sell really well out there. And it's another one. And the store is near the old mill. And here's another one. And this is the marigold celadon. And I only used a couple of coats with the celadons if I want the decals to show through. And with Christmas coming, this is an ornament, and this is a Christmas roller that you roll the design in, and I really like those. I've had that roller for several years. And these will be magnets. I had some clay, just scrap clay, and I was using that to make some small things. Sometimes these are so small, I generally have added those into packages of pottery when I have shipped it out. And I really like this one too. This one looks similar to the feral cat that showed up here, and she's still living around here. I took her in and got her fixed, and vaccinated and all. It's great that she's vaccinated because we have recently heard about a couple of rabid skunks and a rabid fox that have attacked people and animals in our area. And so it's good that she has been vaccinated, and I stay concerned about any of the feral cats. There was another one that showed up, and I got her fixed and vaccinated, but I only see her on the security camera every now and then. She's extremely feral, so she doesn't come around. I still feed Miss Kitty. It's about twice a day lately. She comes around, and when I see her outside, I go out there and feed her. I have 4 rescues myself, and anything that they become finicky about, because anything you stock up on as far as food, after you stock up on it, of course, that's when they decide they don't want it. And especially variety packs, there may be 2 or 3 kinds of food that they like, and 1 or 2 kinds they don't like. So that's what Miss Kitty gets, and that's what I named her, because I go outside and call Kitty, Kitty, Kitty for Miss Kitty to come. So this is a new idea. I haven't made anything like this before, and this is dog decals, and this is from Sandbow. And they have underglazes, overglazes, and a number of other types of tools and things. So this is a little luminary. I put large and small holes in there, and you can use a regular candle, or I prefer to use the flameless candles that you put batteries in, because I do have cats. If I do burn a candle, I have to have it up high, like over the fireplace on the mantle, or someplace out of reach for the kitties. And this is something else new. Since the craft show is a couple of days before Halloween, I made one of these recently, and I made another one, another luminary of a black kitty. That turned out pretty well. And the glaze is Speedball. I forgot what it's called. It's like a metallic black color. And that's actually what I put on that first piece that you saw that was cat and had a cat decal in the middle of it. Around the edges was that color. And this is something I already made a couple of, and I made more of, and I'm proud of these. This is cat tic-tac-toe, and so let's see, the little pieces for it, I include 5 of those, and 5 of the paw prints. So there ends up being 1 extra to make sure you have enough. And so I made a black one and a white one, and I made a couple more. I made this design also. I've only put 1 at the store here locally, and so I sent pictures to the lady at the other store down in Tennessee, and she really liked those. So I'm always trying to come up with something new and different that you may not find elsewhere. Or if it's something similar, I try to put my own spin on it, like the kitties that are kitty gnomes. Everybody's still into the kitty gnomes, and well, the gnomes, and so the kitty gnomes do really well also. I need to make some more of those. I need to get some more clay. Well, we have a issue here. Looks like one of the stilts stuck onto that. Oh, it came off. Stuck onto that shelf. It's probably because a speck of glaze may have fired onto the shelf previously. I was double checking this. There's still a little bit of a line here, but I made a canister that has kitties and kitty paw prints on it, and so I was refiring this with the crack fix stuff that I bought at Seika. It's just where the where when I put the rim on here, where it attached, it didn't quite attach or whatever, so that can show up in the final piece. But I like the canister too much to let it go, so that's not going to affect anything. So you wouldn't even see it if you could put clear glaze on that, but that's the rim part that touches the kiln. And here's that dog decal. So people were wanting me to make more dog items, and so I've started incorporating a few of those, and I have some new dog decals on the way. I wish I could get the ones that were so similar to the kitty ones, but it's more like little cartoonish cats and dogs that I ordered recently. And here's some of those ornaments without cat lady or pigeon forge or whatever on them. I really like that one. Christmas is right around the corner, so have to get ready for it early, since pottery takes a few weeks. For those who make pottery understand, and it takes a while to make enough pieces to be able to fire the kiln. And so here's another one with the decal. I guess I had a few smaller cat faces left of the decals, and so I put them on some smaller dishes. And this one with the black rim kind of helps set off the piece or whatever. I like to usually put some color rim rather than just leaving it plain white. And this is the white tic-tac-toe game. I showed you the black one. And that about does it, other than I've got a bunch of little tic-tac-toe pieces in here. And here's some small magnets. I'll be putting magnets on the backs of those. And that was just using up some leftover scraps of decals. So don't want anything to go to waste. So that's a good way to use those up. So that about does it for this episode of Kiln Unloading. Thanks for joining me.